guys, Anna, and I'm with my friend Munja.
Hello everyone.
This video is going to be talking about what we've experienced being third culture kids. She's been one of my best friends since 11 years ago.
Yes.
Actually, we've had really similar life experiences.
That's true. I grew up in Korea, but then I moved to England when I was 12. You were like even younger
I was
than
7,
me.
yeah. We're both violinists. We both went to boarding school before we met at university.
That's true.
So we were always going back and forth between Korea and the UK, but we never had family living in the UK.
Yes.
You're actually a British citizen.
I'm a British citizen, funnily enough, yes.
She got her British citizenship, so you gave up your Korean.
Yes, I never thought that I would live in Korea, so I basically got my British passport.
So you're actually, technically, you're a 외국인.
맞아, I'm a foreigner here.
Yeah, I'm Korean and you're
That's true,
technically not.
So I had to go through all the journey of getting a visa in Korea.
Yeah, so
to
she's
stay.
staying in Korea on a visa.
Yes, it's a F4 visa.
Okay.
And I get to stay here for 3 years. But
And then you have to
now I
reapply?
have to renew it this summer.
So anyway, so I want to tell you the definition of a third culture kid.
Okay.
Third culture kids are people who are raised in a culture other than their parents or the country of nationality and also live in a different environment during a significant part of their child development years. And that is basically us. They're exposed to a greater volume and variety of cultural influences than those who grew up in one particular cultural setting. And obviously Korea is very one society, one homogeneous society.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the things you like about being a third culture kid, the stuff that you think was a benefit.
I guess like when I was in London, it was more distinctive. It couldn't be exotic, I guess.
Did you ever experience racism in the UK?
Actually, personally, I never had any. But I know that a lot of my friends had.
Yeah.
But I never felt like
Yeah.
excluded.
Obviously, sometimes down the street there will be some people going ching chang chong or like
Yeah,
ni hao.
like, yeah.
But like that, honestly, I don't really care about this.
Yeah.
We didn't have like a normal British school experience either.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because we went to international school that were just for musicians, different ones. We weren't in the same one.
Yeah.
But it was like not even mostly British kids.
Did you have more Asian people there than like...
I mean, it was like a whole mix, like Europeans, Asians. I wouldn't say there were more Asians, but like it was for everyone from all over. Bulgaria, Russia, Israel, Turkey.
I think from my school, we had like 30 people in our year and like 9 or 10 people were Korean.
Oh, okay, that's
Which
quite
is quite
a lot.
like a lot.
Did you
So-
speak Korean with them or English?
I think I spoke a lot of Korean when I first came to England because I spoke like no English whatsoever, and that really was quite difficult for me to learn English. And then like I think after 6 months, I really like
Yeah, you
I
just learned it
became-
quickly.
Yeah.
So mine was slightly different. My entire school was 60 people. So,
oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, and then in
How
my year, it
much
was like 5 or 6 classmates in my whole.
really
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was so.
It's so small, yeah. Maybe if you go to America, if you go to normal high school, people definitely like segregate into their own racial groups.
Yes, true.
Asians
true.
stick to with
They're more
Asians,
clustered.
white people stick together, black people might
Yeah.
stick together. But because my school was so small, there's no
Everyone-
chance for like racial groups
like a
to form.
family
Yeah, we
for
were
you.
a
Yeah.
family, and so I never experienced like racism. I never felt different when I was at boarding school
I
because we
see,
were all
okay.
from everywhere.
That's true.
What else do you think is a privilege of being a third culture kid?
Privilege.
It says like here, for example, because we have unique backgrounds, we are usually fluent in many languages. Obviously, Korean, English.
Yes.
I also studied French. Did you study French?
I studied German.
Yeah, and
so
you
I
lived in
can-
Germany for
Yes,
a while. How long did you live there for?
I was only there for 6 months.
Speak some German.
Ja.
Now.
Hallo, mein Name ist Munjam. Ich bin 92 Jahre alt. Ich spiele Violin und Klavier.
Very
That's
good,
it,
very
yeah.
good. When you're a native English speaker, for example, if you're British or if you're American, they will usually only speak that one language. Most Europeans will speak 2 languages or 3 at least.
That's true.
I feel like when you know a language, you know the culture.
That's very true.
It's really true.
Yes.
So people that can only speak one language. Sometimes I feel like some Americans are very closed off from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
They're very...
I think
because
that's
all they
really.
know.
And I find that with Korean people who can
Yeah.
only speak Korean.
Yeah.
Like it's all to be, they
Yeah.
only know that.
We have friends all over the world.
Yes.
That's a massive privilege.
Globally, yeah.
Global. So any kind of city that I can always like message a
That's
friend.
so true. I think that's such a big thing, like as you grow up, to know a lot of people in many different areas, many different countries.
We have the ability to relate to nearly everyone, and we are more understanding of why people are different. We are less judgmental because we're exposed to a whole lot of cultures.
Yes.
When people like us, when we return to our national country, some people do have reverse culture shock. Did you ever
Because
feel like that?
This is my third year
Yeah.
of living in Korea.
Yeah.
My Korean's a lot better, but I find speaking English much more comfortable. I used to find it very overwhelming that I had to do everything in Korean. Like even like talking to
driving
my
test.
mom. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, we freaked out
Oh,
for our
yeah.
driving test. It was all in Korean. I was like,
I was like reading like a very simple question
Yeah.
for half an hour.
Yeah.
I really struggled.
I don't really feel like this now. But when I was coming back and forth between school and Korea for the holidays,
Okay.
back then I really felt like I don't belong in either place.
Yes.
I feel less now because I've lived in Korea for a while now too. But
I know where you're
I
coming from.
really felt like, because Korean people would just be like, oh, 근데 너는 진짜 한국 사람은 아니잖아. You're not authentically Korean.
Oh.
But obviously I'm not British either. When I'm
Yeah.
in the UK, obviously not. I'm not British.
근데 난 더 애매해. 왜냐면
Not that
like,
you're actually British.
like on the paper I'm British.
You're actually British.
But then obviously like I'm Korean.
yeah, so
looking,
they're like, where are you from?
Yeah, like I'm Korean,
Yeah.
but I have like British passport.
Even now, I still get comments all the time like, oh, you've been abroad, right? You don't seem Korean. Oh.
I think the way you dress, the
way I
your
talk,
makeup as well.
Yeah, I go tanning, so I have darker skin.
But she doesn't look British either. She
I'm
looks
totally
more
not British.
As in, like you look like you're from the state.
I look like I'm
Yeah,
from California
yeah.
or something.
More
Yeah.
like relaxed, laid on.
When I was in my teenager years, I really felt like I don't know who I am.
Yes, because especially in teenagers, you
Cultural
feel very
identity, I'm like, who
unstable.
the hell am I? Like,
Yeah.
obviously, when you're a kid, all I wanted to do was fit in.
그치, yeah, I know.
I was really insecure about all this.
I don't think I ever focused on that though. Like I just
Maybe
like
because you had more Korean people at school.
maybe also because I wasn't really fussed about where I fit in. When I'm in Korea, maybe I seem foreigner to them. Maybe when I'm in Britain, I seem Korean to them. Like I wasn't very fussed. Yeah.
Do you agree with this? TCKs are proven to have less emotional stability than those who grew up in a more culturally and socially stable environment.
Maybe. Like partly. I mean, personally, I don't think I'm like unstable emotionally.
I think I definitely was when I was a teenager.
But I can understand where this is coming from.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm saying. But since I was 12, I think I just got used to it. But then when I think back to it, I found it very challenging and very difficult that I had to handle everything by myself.
London is like a melting pot, you know,
Yes.
cultures from all over. But if I went to places like Glasgow and it's like majority white,
Yes,
that's when I felt, even if they said nothing to me, it's just how I perceive, like, I'm the only Asian walking around right now. That's when I started to feel like I'm
I
really
don't think I
foreigner.
ever focused on that. Maybe it's because you were more like conscious about it. Yeah.
Especially when I was having my identity crisis, YouTube was starting to become a thing. I would like try to connect to my Korean roots by still following K-pop and Korean news and all this. Because obviously living in like a British boarding school, I felt very disconnected. And like for me, the only times I spoke Korean was like when I was speaking to my parents on the phone. So I think when YouTube and all this K-pop started becoming a thing, I was like, I feel represented.
Oh.
Because obviously all I'm consuming is like Western media. So I'm like, I don't look like these people.
Yeah.
And then like it started becoming a thing.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
that's when I started to feel like, okay, if I was really insecure before, now I feel like I like it. I feel like I'm slightly different. Oh.
And also we've like grown up now.
Yeah.
We're like much more stable age.
Yeah, stable age, and I just don't really care about what other people think of me. I really don't care.
I think like traveling at such young age definitely gives you a lot of good things, but there are also things as you just mentioned. You might be like emotionally unstable, and being so far away from your family, it's not necessarily a very healthy thing.
그리고 뭐 진짜 연애 스타일도, we were talking about this earlier. It's a lot different. People like to text in Korea a lot.
Oh yeah, that's something I really don't
Like
understand.
constantly,
Yeah.
all the time.
Like
And
from the morning to
till
like,
night.
And you get very pissed off if I don't text them that I had breakfast. Do you know what I mean?
I think most Korean couples, they think it's like a way of showing your love if you're constantly texting
Yes,
each other. But I'm like, I don't really care about what you had for lunch. I'm sorry. I don't need to know
I think
this.
that's very different actually.
yeah.
And you get so much control over your partners.
yeah.
Like, it's almost like they own them. I really don't get that. It's like, now you're my boyfriend, like, you can't have any of the girlfriends. Like, you have to have all the contact numbers deleted.
어,
like,
맞아.
yeah.
너 그럴 수 있을 것 같아?
And then I would be like, bye.
Bye. Like, I feel like they're really insecure, people who are like this.
Yeah, exactly. I would be embarrassed to, like, say.
Yeah.
Because that shows your insecurity.
Yeah. And it's like either you trust me or you don't.
Exactly.
And either I cheat or I don't. So like you stopping me from like going to see my male friends, like what is that gonna do?
Would you accept your boyfriend to like go through all your text messages?
No. Because 나는 한 번도 예전 남자친구랑도 이거 비밀번호 공유 안 하고.
맞아. I never had issues like that.
Yeah, me
like,
neither.
I never had someone asking me like, can I go through your text messages or your like Facebook? But I think sometimes it's normal in a Korean relationship. And if you reject,
they think you have
they
something to hide.
Yeah. They think you're very suspicious, which I don't know where this is.
Which
going.
also, I mean, the dating that I've done since I've come back to Korea, mostly it has been with other kyopos. We relate to each other.
I guess much better.
Yeah, much better. There are things that I don't have to explain, and I feel like I just have a lot more to talk about when I meet like other third culture kids like me.